Baseball, Richard Justice of MLB.com. Good morning, Richard. How are you today?
I'm good. Good morning, guys.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us. We'll get to your ballot and talking about the Hall of Fame in just a bit, but one of the big headlines here from Major League Baseball over the last 24 hours or so, Joey Bats, Jose Bautista, is going back to the Blue Jays. It's a one-year deal. It could become a three-year deal worth $60 million if all the options are picked up. But what are your thoughts on Bautista and the Blue Jays being reunited?
Well, from his point of view, I'm sure it's not what he was hoping for in free agency. He felt like the last 5 years he was paid $14 million a year. He overplayed that money. So I think he was hoping for more, and he very defiantly in spring training said, I'm not giving the Blue Jays a discount. Considering all he'd done, the renaissance of the franchise, that he was the face of the franchise. But he's 36 years old now, and it didn't work out the way he wanted. So he's going to go back basically on a one-year tryout and try again. But, when we have this conversation next year, he's going to be 37 years old. But he's got to prove that he's healthy. He missed 46 games this past season. From a Toronto standpoint, to me, it's a no-brainer. He was so important to the recovery of the franchise. To make, this team that led was second in the major leagues in attendance last year, and just really energized a whole nation. And also from a baseball standpoint, you lose Edwin Encarnacion, you can't lose Jose Bautista. They still have some holes to fill, but I think re-signing him almost saves their franchise. You can look at that rotation. There's still a hole in the bullpen. They could use one more outfielder. But basically, they're good enough to compete now when you put him back in there if he's healthy and productive.
If there's a clear-cut winner between the organization and Joey Bats, who would you say won in this deal?
Oh, well, the organization won because you get him on essentially a one-year deal at $18 million. He's that kind of player. He means that much to you in terms of both production on the field, revenues, marketing. He's really a big deal there with that. He's important to them, and he's had an amazing career. So it's a no-lose thing for them. They're in position. For him, like when you're making $18 million, when you're coming off a contract that was 5 years, $78 million, really you're not losing in a larger sense of the word, the way you and I would define losing. But it's a good deal for Toronto. And really, had he gone elsewhere, and there were rumors that the Phillies were looking at him, that even Toronto or Baltimore or Tampa were looking at him. If he'd gone elsewhere, then you're looking at that lineup and going, whoa, they got a couple of holes now.